NFL news, which continues in drips and drabs. The Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers agree to a trade which sends George Pickens to Dallas for a third-round pick. Cowboys also send a 27 fifth-round pick, and Dallas also gets a sixth coming the other way. Jeremy Fowler reports the Cowboys do not plan to extend Pickens' rookie contract, which enters into its final season. Now, the numbers for Pickens during his 3 seasons in Pittsburgh were all awfully similar. Handful of touchdowns, I believe it was 3, 4, and 5. Near or just above 1,000 receiving yards, roughly 60 catches. The ability is glaringly obvious. But so are his issues, which now have him on the list of Pittsburgh Steelers receivers who the team moves on from with Mike Tomlin as the head coach. You look at the list, most of whom did very little after leaving. However, Pickens is just 23 years old, and now he plays opposite CeeDee Lamb, who is one of the very best wide receivers in the game. I could look really dumb down the line, but I really like it for both Pickens and Lamb. I get the idea that it could blow up fantastically. It could, or it could really work. I'm saying it's gonna. We shall see. When we continue.
My phone's been lighting up, guys, and you guys know why when you see what just happened. Everybody's talking about it right now. George Pickens traded to the Dallas Cowboys from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I cannot tell you how happy I am to hear this. I told you guys things are going to, well, things are changing. Things had to turn because I thought we were probably we were at rock bottom. What we saw last year was a rock bottom. What the whole feeling that we went through, I thought was a rock bottom. And finally, we get some moves to get us off rock bottom. And I'm gonna tell you something. This move right here can put us back at mountaintop. You get what I just did? Rock bottom, mountaintop. We all gotta push that rock. We just gotta determine where it stops. Are you going to have it at rock bottom, or are you going to push your rock all the way to the mountaintop? And George Pickens just helped the Cowboys to get that rock moving back towards the mountaintop and off the rock bottom. Let me tell you how I put it together. I told you guys, when you look back over the last few seasons, those seasons the Cowboys went 12-5, they were ranking in the top of the NFL in offense, right? They were scoring one season, I had the numbers 30 points a game, the other was like 28, and one other's 27-9 or something like that. It averaged about 28. Last year, we fell off to about 20 points. How do we make back up those 7 points? Are crucial and should be the focus of the Dallas Cowboys whole offseason. Yes. You fill holes on your team in other places, but you focus your plan of attack in certain places with doing certain things that can get you in a winner's circle. Prior to last year, that year, garbage year, the 12-5 seasons, we were there. And I'm saying the best plan, since we've invested so much, $60 million in a quarterback, another top money in receiver, $35 million in a receiver, that we got to get value out of that value. So let's focus. We got to put a whole bunch of money into Michael Parsons. Let's focus on making this offense back like what it was. And he did, and we went in the draft and did that. I came out of the draft so happy with the draft pick. Told you guys I talked to him, talked with his father, love where he is, I love what they're bringing in the locker room. And then I love the way they went and picked up the running backs. But here's the last hole that we were talking about on the offense. Go make me a splash at wide receiver. And I said it on the show the day after we got Tyler Booker. I said, I'm glad we got him. Now go bring me George Pickens. And they did. And I'm telling y'all, this is great. Let me tell you, because even the Matthew Goldens and other kids they had in the draft, they're good players, but there were a lot of duplications with CeeDee Lamb, size-wise. They're about his size, about his build, maybe a little different game, but play a lot of similar things. We got a man that knows how to roam better than anybody in the dome, at the middle of the field, and control the whole game. He's out with Tyreek Hill, and that's CeeDee Lamb. He's the best at it. We don't need to go looking for somebody else. He's the best at it. And what I wanted and what we got was somebody to complement this. And this is what I think is great, because since there are different types of receivers, they complement and they won't complain. Compliment instead of complaining. I know it's not a word, but I just want to do it that way just to understand. Because now we have a set understanding. Harper and I worked well together because we had a certain understanding. Hart was a high jumper and could run. And he wanted to go and get that football. I can't say let's run. I'm just a jumper, I can get up. But so I have no problem. All 8 routes, action eights are routes, that's the deep post, action 8. Or bang 8, that's my route. Bang 8, that's on my 4 or 5 side foot, I'm gonna hit a slant route. It's a deep slant route. I'm gonna run into the safety, bang, bang, as opposed to a slant route where I'm gonna run it, I will run into the linebacker, bang, bang, but it's all bang, bang. Action 8s, deep post, over the top post, those Alvin Harpers. We had a distinct understanding, and we did what we did, that we were different. I wasn't trying to be Alvin. Alvin wasn't trying to be me. He made it work. That's what I see here with the George Pickens. See, George Pickens ain't trying to be CeeDee. CeeDee can't be George Pickens. That's what makes this work. CeeDee can masterfully control the whole field. And then you get George Pickens, the thing that you cannot stop, that thing you cannot teach, that thing you cannot coach. He has. He's a freakish athlete that has a great understanding of the space around him. And I would call this his way to put his body in position to make a play, and his thirst to make that big play. All 50-50 balls slant. More like, I want to say 88-12. I love trying to get 88 everything. But honestly, I can't even use my number here. I gotta say 90-10 with this kid. And I keep telling people what happened in Pittsburgh is one thing. Here's going to be different. This kid's going to see this place will love him like I don't know what. And Pittsburgh is a great place. It's a great place. I liken this to Charles Haley. San Francisco was a great place. And Charles Haley had great success, and he left a great situation and a great organization. But when he got here, he saw the difference. Deion Sanders, San Francisco, great situation, great organization, but when he got here, he saw the difference. George Pickens will get here and see the difference. And I tell you, I believe that's going to hook. I look at him, and all the people I talk to back there say he's a good dude. He's a good dude. But he wants to know that you, just like most of us, wants to know that you're going to be riding out with him. You're going to be in the corner with him. And we will be in the corner with him here. You know what I mean? Treat him like a man, he'll be a man. That's Jimmy's old saying. Treat him like a man.